Hi guys, it's Mike here from Candy Showroom. Lol. It's been nearly a year since I posted a video. I've just come back from work for the workshop and I'm full of dirt and grinding dust, but I had a sudden urge to make a video for some reason. The way the things are going on the internet and stuff, you might have seen, but I thought I'd post this video on here to show you what I've been doing for the last year. Well, now, here it is. Yeah, there's the car. It looks a lot different. As you can see, we've got that golden hour, so it makes everything look fantastic. Even though, in my opinion, it doesn't need any sort of hour of the day for this to look good, because it looks fantastic and I'm brilliant at building cars. I'm joking. Anyway, yeah, I'll go over a few bits and bobs. I did actually have like an urge to film everything, but when I actually got the car on the road and finished, well, registered, not finished, but all the paperwork finished, the head gasket went 3 days after driving it, which was it definitely like put me off the car for a little bit, and I thought, I've been had here, I've been absolutely scammed. But it's back together now and it works. It does smoke a little bit, but that's what it is. Oh, looks so good. I'm falling into a ditch here. If you hadn't noticed already, these wheels have been on like most of my cars, and I'll recycle them until I go to the grave, because they look fantastic. They're Mario's 14 by 9 negative 27, 14 by 8.5 negative 19. Correct, I think that's correct. I do have centre caps, but only 2. So one day I'll get some made to match, but they are literally impossible to find, so that's why I haven't done anything with it. And you may have noticed that the car is like extremely low, and that wasn't just a quick bolt-on job of some coilovers. This took a lot of work, and I did it quite quickly and drove it straight to France. And well, I've had it like 2 months on the road now. I've done like 5,000 miles and I'm yet to have any problems, touch wood. Shit. After the head gasket went, I literally just collected parts, and I thought, do you know what, I'll just do it all in one go. So I managed to score a set of these electric mirrors. They're not working, but they are electric. Fender mirrors, obviously the original ones were here, so I made this little blanking plate. That was me tightening it up too much. That's what you don't see from this far away. Yeah. These wind deflectors, managed to score a set of these. That is loose. Should probably tighten that up. I had to make all the clips underneath, so it didn't come with any clips, so I've made those clips, so it's my fault for not tightening them up. Managed to find this trim. I know in the video, I might have said last time in the video, that was missing. A guy in New Zealand sorted that out for me. So thanks for that. Common theme for this vehicle is a lot of stuff comes from New Zealand, surprisingly. Obviously they're right over the other side of the pond to Japan, so anything else is from Japan, and it's a nightmare, and everything comes with import tax, and it's just extremely stressful. But you know, oh, look how great it looks. It looks fantastic. I'm going to take a picture. Another thing that came from New Zealand, center console. You think, well, didn't it come with a center console? No, you'll notice now that it's manual swapped. That was not easy to get hold of. This was also the wrong colour when I got it. It was brown, it was cracked, and it didn't come with the armrest, but it was literally a quarter of the price of the rest of them. And I'm thankful for it. I don't mind a little bit of work to make it work in here. It came with a handbrake too, which was accidental, but yeah, I'm pleased with that. It's a Mark III Supra clutch pedal. Didn't fit the car, had to make that fit. So you put the Nardi in. That's a Nardi gear knob. what else is in here? I've not really done anything else in the interior really, apart from the manual swap and that. I put the Kenwoods in the back. I don't know if I did that in the last video. These light up green, same colour as the dash. They are pretty dim, but they look good. And yeah, they're just wired up to the side lights. So that's a cool touch. It's not wired in speaker wise though. My good friend Lewis Deacon is really unkind to me, and he only wired up my front speakers. I don't do electrics, so I let him do it, and he couldn't be bothered to do those for me, but you know what, thanks Lewis anyway. If you look down here, yeah, the car's pretty low. Now it's not static, it is on air cups. So if you're familiar with air cups, you're only supposed to really drive on them to get over obstacles. Well, so they say. Now, I'm 5,000 miles in, and to this day, we're still using a 3P management, as you can see there. And I can drive on the air cups at half height, air cups. And I can drive it like this at all times. It doesn't rub, I get full lock. Obviously, if I do drive like this, I'm actually going to smash the granny out of it. But flat roads and like local nice roads that you know, perfect. Stick it up half height and I can literally drive it anywhere. And obviously I can drive it all the way up, which I get about 1.5 inches lift at the minute. You might think that's not enough, but when you're used to driving cars this low, then that is quite a lot. But I still got to dial that in. There's a few little bits and bobs that I need to do to dial that in. But that will come. I need shorter springs and stuff, but I can't be bothered at the minute. I'm already enjoying it as it is. Little compressor in the back. So that is all the way up. Still quite low, realistically. There's plenty of clearance there to drive around on. Everything else underneath the car has been raised. So 25mm subframe raise. I've raised the diff. I've raised the cross member for the rear gearbox cross member mount. I've had to notch the top of the gearbox selector housing. What else have I done? I've raised the engine. Obviously, I've got a new manifold on there from Fujitsu. Can't say it, Japanese name. But the downpipe is raised up a lot higher than the chassis rails. Well, they're in line with the chassis rails. And so yeah, the exhaust is really high up. Prop shaft has also been raised at the process. The exhaust now goes through the rear subframe. Let's see if I can see that actually. But yeah, just for clearance issues, the exhaust now goes through the subframe. I don't know if I'll be able to see it from here, but I'll give it a try anyway. No, you can't see it, but as you can see, the hole underneath his car is like dead flat, which is great because I can drive it really low. The exhaust is taking a bit of a battering. Oh well. So yeah, the gearbox selector housing, that's what I was saying. The casting was about this much too high when I raised the gearbox. So there's a little seam option out of that, just so it clears underneath here. I didn't have to cut any of the body of the car, because I thought, oh, I'll be nice to the car. I won't cut it. Anything I do is reversible. And then I got a bit carried away. So yeah, that is that's how you get carried away. That's a 9-inch strut raise in the back and gone from a separate shock and spring to a true coilover. Both sides. This is a temporary air setup in there. I need to figure out what I'm doing with it. But yeah, that is literally so I could run the air cups as well. They're 326 power coilovers off an S15. I got them with a deal. The air cups came with them. I probably paid like a quarter of the retail what they are, which is pretty mad. But yeah, they do the job. Shout out Dino Racing for the spare and the wheel sponsorship. Thank you, Dino. This happens quite a lot. You have to keep tucking this in. Just old car problems. Anyway, got the boot fixed. God, that's a massive thing there. My mate Molly managed to fabricate this whole thing here. and he painted it for me, and the match is fantastic. So shout out to him. It's probably really bright here. I don't know why the contrast has gone so high. Proper tech-tired me, but there you go. There you go. The mighty 1G, which was full of mayonnaise at one point, was pretty devastating. Like 3 days. Thought I've waited 6 months for it to turn up. I'm getting it. Everything's all good. Yeah, 3 days just blew itself to pieces. Head gasket went, and it was full of Radweld, which I later found out. And the radiator is still slightly full of Radweld because the flow is awful, and it does get hot if I'm sat on the motorway, but I can deal with it. So yeah, there's the manifold. Lots of money. Paint falls straight off. Is what it is. Yeah, that's it. The engine's obviously raised pretty much as high as it can go. It doesn't look like it. It looks so small in there, but anything else, it's just going to touch the top of the tunnel. There's a tractor coming. I'm going to get run over. She was not happy I made her do that. I'm filming a video. Like, you've got this whole field, and I'm sat on this one bit of road. Come on. Anyway, yeah. I love it. There's a lot of work to get the front coilovers to fit. Ben from Ain't Dead. Yeah. Oh, does work, I promise. Oh! Yeah, it was quite a lot of work to get the coilovers to fit this car. I could spend loads of money buying a set of coilovers for these cars. However, I don't know if they're any good. Can't speak to anyone about it. And the nature of me anyway, I usually just make whatever I want. Because, yeah, well, that's what I do. If you can't find something, then you have to make it yourself. That's usually what I have to do anyway. But Ben from Ain't Dead, he helped me out with this. He brought my ideas to life, and managed to do this. I need to get the tracking done. Oh, it's pitch black. It's still pitch black. Oh my god. I don't know why it's not working. I can't be dealing with this. What is going on? Anyone that actually knows me personally will know that I've got this like literal Tamagotchi of a phone. It doesn't work. The fact that I'm even being able to video right now is pretty crazy because it doesn't work. I can't be bothered to go get it fixed. I have to use Visco to take pictures, and somehow I've made my camera take videos quite recently, so here we are. What I will try to do, if I really put my brains to it, I'll try and put a picture of what Ben sorted out for me, because it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and I'm a very appreciative man of that. Very good price, so if you need anything like that, let him know. And also, Marley painted the front wings as well. He painted the mirrors, painted the sills white, even though I smashed all the paint off them. Is what it is. And yeah, Gareth, good friend Gareth. Oh my god, the camera's gone really high contrast here. You have to excuse me, I don't know what's going on. It's not me. Ah, there you go. Maybe it's a 0.5 thing. Gareth, he cleaned it for me at Dropworks/Lowdown. They had me in for the day, like literally the day before I went to France. They literally cleaned it right up. It was literally black, grimy, hadn't been washed obviously. It's been in the workshop covered in garden dust, etc, etc. And yeah, it looks fantastic for what it is now. There's a few bits and bobs that I need to get sorted in future, such as like rusty bits down there and stuff, but like for the whole, it comes up all right, and sounds very good as well. I'll see if I can do a little video of the noise. I'll have to put my phone on the floor and drive back. Great. Right, I'm going to put this here, I'm going to drive off, and because there's no one around here, no one is going to steal it. You'll probably see some smoke coming out of the car, because I decided not to change anything apart from the head gasket and the cam belt. And it turns out this car's never been revved in its life, being an automatic, and the valve stem seals, or something, I don't know, I'm not an expert, but it smokes quite a bit, so you might see that, just a FYI. Oh, someone stole it. Great. So yeah, I'm sure that worked. I'm sure this is an absolute mess of a video. This is drive height, by the way. I don't really drive at this height often, but these roads, as smooth as they may look, it's honestly like a roller coaster. But look how great. Let me sit down and maybe, I don't know. It looks lovely. Yeah, I'll just end that video there. I want to do some more videos, maybe. Depends how much reaction this one gets. Oh! Snap my leg in a hole. I might be able to never hold the camera because my leg, I don't know. Oh, fucking hell. Bye. Yeah, I don't know if you could even hear, see, make sense of any of that video. I just had a sudden urge to just make a video. It's nearly been a year, and the car's nearly out of MOT. That's how I know it's nearly a year. But yeah, I was going to film the whole process of the whole car, but I work for myself now. I don't have any time around the time. Oh my god, that woman in the tractor is coming past again. She's going to think I'm a right cunt. Sorry. But yeah, I was going to film the whole thing. It came like, I'm always last minute. Once I get stuck in, I get stuck in. Like the whole car took me like a month and a half to build. Thankfully, I collected all the parts pre-hand, otherwise it would have been a nightmare. But yeah, I work for myself. I had so many different projects going on in the background of other people's cars, building stuff like this. So yeah, I didn't really have time. It was always on this, do some work on someone else's car, on this, do someone else's worker's car, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I didn't film it. But in future, I may be inclined to do so. So yeah, I work for myself. So if you're into getting something like this built or just need any automotive work doing, let me know. Give me a message on Instagram or my business page, which is Cresswell's. This is the filthiest shirt. There's another car. Do you know what? This is the end of the video. Thanks.